Strong and flexible friends, welcome to this beginner stretching class. Today we're going to focus on total body movements, get into the body, some body weight strength and some end range flexibility work, end range stretching. It's going to be tough, but make sure to breathe through it. Do what you can. If you feel pain or any negative sensations, back out of the exercise, back out of the stretch. Remember, pain is bad, stretch sensation is good. Let's go. First exercise, we are going to move into the fisherman squat for the ankle dorsiflexion. Hands on either side of the foot and just send the knee over the toe, keeping the heel on the ground, pinky and big toe on the mat. Good stretch sensation on this posterior calf. Doing what you can, forward and back. We're going to perform one more at our end range, send the knee over the toe. A little bit of weight into the front of the foot here to increase that stretch sensation at the back of the calf. Breathe, sip in the air, in through the nose, out through the nose. To get back safely, press the hands into the mat, come out nice and gently. Very nice. Sit on your bum. Grab underneath your hamstring and then we work the range of motion of this ankle nice and slow, rotating it round. Whatever way you're going, stop there and go the other way. Very nice. We need good ankle range of motion to navigate our environments. Whenever we're going up and down stairs or you're going onto some terrain that isn't completely flat, the ankle bends and moves and shifts in order to keep us balanced. So let's make sure that we maintain that range of motion and we have access to it as well for those types of movements. Bring in the toe towards your knee. This is called dorsiflexion, similar to the first exercise, but now we're just using our own musculature to really pull. So you fire up the tibialis anterior to pull the toe towards the knee and then press it away. If it feels good, you can curl the toes. Same again, bring it back, squeeze, press away, curl the toes. Beautiful stuff. Flow to the other side, planting that right foot down. Hands on either side of the foot and then work it into our nice dorsiflexion. Maintain that solid foundation, tripod the foot. So essentially tripod means big toe, pinky toe, heel in contact with the mat. I'll move my hands away here as well so you can see what I'm doing. In and out. Moving. We're going to get fancy, moving the tibia anteriorly relative to the talus. Don't need to use that fancy terminology though. You just need to perform the exercise to the best of your ability. Whew, starts to feel a little bit crampy in the back of the leg. Quite an intense stretch sensation. You can feel that anywhere from the Achilles tendon, which is a big tendon here, right up to the back of the knee. One more rep. We're going to push it as far as we can. Squeeze here. Little bit of effort, not stress. Driving the knee towards the front of the mat. Holding for a few more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Pressing up. Scooching onto your bum. Underneath the hamstring again. And then just rotating this ankle around. Checking in. Left versus right. Do you have more mind-muscle connection to this joint? Does it feel easier to rotate? Do you have any deficits? Basically, can the right move better than the left? Check in. A little bit of self-discovery while we're here. Whatever way you're going, stop and go the opposite way. Very nice. One mistake I noticed with this exercise, people tend to move the tibia. Try to isolate this. If it helps, you can put a hand on top of the shin and grab the wrist just to keep that in place. That's a nice wee fix for us. The body tries to compromise when it can. So keep them locked in. Keep your grip soft though. Don't want to overwork the forearms or anything like that. We're just moving the ankle today. Stop where you are. Pull the big toe towards that knee. Drive as hard as you can. Big toe towards knee. Press away. Stretch the front of the shin here, the front of the ankle joint, and pull the toes down. And again, up. And pressing away. Curl the toes. Up again. Press away, curl the toes. And set it down. Nicely done. From here, we are going to bring the knees up ever so slightly. Spread the feet. Little hip shifts. Right to left. Nice and easy. Warm up the hips for the next movement. It's funny in my classes, in person, people always laugh whenever they say, oh, we're warming up for something else, and they find the warm up to be quite tricky and quite difficult. So they almost fear the next motion. Don't fear it. Just be willing to move into it. Try your best. Just do your best. Here we go. Feet are planted. They come together. We're then going to hug the right knee to the chest. And remember here, we are collapsing the space between our thigh and our belly, and we're just lifting this left foot up as high as we can, squeezing at the top, and down. Don't worry if you can't get the foot off the ground. This is enough. You're still activating the shortened side of the hip flexor, and down. Then up, and down, and up. Don't forget to breathe through the nose, and down. One last one, let's go, drive it up. And if it feels good, you can internally rotate the femur, externally rotate the femur, and down. If you've never done anything like that before, end range strengthening, that will feel really crampy between your knee and your hip. So don't worry, sometimes you cramp up, fall over. That's okay. If you're doing it at home, no one will see you. If you're doing it at the gym, might look a bit embarrassing, but at least you'll have strong hip flexors in a couple of weeks' time. Let's go. Opposite side, left knee, hug it to the chest. Whatever grip helps you. Keep connected. I like to take this little grip here, bringing the palms together. And we lift as high as we can and down. Nice and controlled throughout the whole motion. Not this here, nice, slow, and subtle strength. Sipping the air with our breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. Keep lifting that right leg up and down. And up. And down. One last one, let's go, drive it up. Drive it up. If you feel good, you can try to rotate inwards, outwards as many times as you can. Drop it down. Woo-hoo. Shake the legs out a wee bit. Thank your hip flexors for doing such a good job of making it through that. Next, we shift round. We're going to stretch out the bottoms of the feet. So you're going to pop up onto this little kneeling squat, plant the hands, and you're just going to use them as a counterbalance as you shift your weight forward and move into the metatarsals. Fancy anatomical term for the toes. Just forward and back, doing what you can. Your toes will enter what is known as extension. If you have any ligament injuries in the big toes, please proceed with caution. Remember, sensation is good, pain is bad. Just do what you can. Well done. If that was really tough, stop where you are, sit down, take a wee rest. If you want to push it a wee bit further, send the weight into the toes. We're going to hang out here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly exit the position. Coming down on to your bum. 90-90 work. Right knee comes in front, left knee behind. Just sitting in this position alone is very beneficial. If your right knee pops up, use a block, bolster, a couple of books, and just sit here, chill. We're going to get into a bit of breath work now. If you find that this position is enough, stay here. You're struggling to keep yourself upright, do what you can. Use your hands to balance you. Place them on the ground. Breathe. If you want a little bit more from this, what I'm going to get you to do now is to rotate the sternum slightly and move the shoulder towards this back hip. Plant the hands and the right hand comes above the head. We're going to be here for a little while. Let's breathe all the air out of our diaphragms through the mouth. 5 breaths on me. Let's go. 5 in. And 5 out. 4 in. And 4 out. 3 in. And 3 out. 2 in. And 2 out. 1 in. And 1 out. Wherever you are, start to let the breath come back to normal. If you were here, slowly press yourself back up using that left arm, rotating the sternum back round. If you need to remove the block, bolster, book, whatever you have, please do. Lean over to the right hand side, and then you just shift your left leg in front and your right leg behind. If you want to learn a cool transition that looks cool on the mat, what you can do is, instead of planting your hands and just coming forward, you can plant the hands behind you and rotate the hips this way. That's a nice way to transition forward and back from the front and back of the mat. It's very cool. So left knee comes in front wherever you are. Remember, if you're like this, knees are all over the place, you're hunched in, you haven't done much 90-90 work and you need a little bit more external rotation or internal, just prop things up. It's your practice, it's your joints, whatever works for you, whatever you need. Sitting here, if this is enough, perfect. When I first started this practice, I just had to sit here and focus on keeping myself upright without falling over, essentially. If you're looking for a wee bit more, you can plant the hand and move into that back hip by moving your right shoulder towards the right hip and flexing that spine ever so slightly. Let's go. Breathe all the air out of our bellies. 5 breaths on me. 5 in. And 5 out. 4 in. And 4 out. 3 in. And 3 out. 2 in. And 2 out. 1 in. And 1 out. Wherever you are, if it's here, remove your props, come back to the center. Shift your weight onto the left arm, bring the right leg forward. And we are now going to flow with a little bit of active range of motion in the hips here. This is really fun. I enjoy this one. So, for the sake of demonstration, bring your left foot in front of the right. So your left foot comes in front of the shin, like so. We then lean a little bit over to the right. First time trying this, we are going to press off our right hand, lift our left leg, and attempt to bring it round behind us, and just plant it down. Come back up to that nice neutral position. Lean on that right butt cheek of yours. Gives you a little bit of extra space to lift that left knee into the air. And just bring it back around to meet the front. Keep an eye on the knee, make sure there's no knee pain. Bringing it round and starting to flow a little bit now. You can test yourself by not leaning as much over to the right hand side, just by lifting and going back. See how that feels. If it's possible, ooh, strong and flexible hips. Lovely work. One more for good luck. Let's go. Drive it up and bring it in front. Good stuff. I'm going to roll around so you can see the opposite side. Right leg is in front now. Remember, first variation, you shift onto your left butt cheek to give yourself a little bit more space to maneuver. And down my right side's the weaker side. So I'm feeling this. You're going to feel it in the buns. Just doing what you can. Getting comfortable with the movement. Checking in that there's no pain. It's only sensation of the hips and the lower body working this active flexibility. Very nice. Remember to keep that knee high. It's almost like you're driving it up towards the sky and the foot as well. Keep it going, you've got this. You are flowing, you are flying today, wherever you are on your mat, in the gym. You're doing some great work to help create strong and flexible joints. Well done. And then just plant that down and relax. We are now shifting over to a quadruped position. You can be at the front facing. For the demonstration, I'm going to sit in a nice kneeling position. Our right leg then goes out. It's in line with this left knee of ours. And we are rocking forward and back to try and find a nice stretch sensation in the abductors, a fancy word for the groin, between the knee and your hip. Just rocking forward and back. Warming the area up. See what I mean? Warming the area up. There's always more to come when I say that. Very nice. Now we're warmed up, we are going to pull the right foot towards us until we feel like we can lift it up ever so slightly or really, really high, depending on your strength. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, drop it down, and then we press the foot away to get even more intense stretch on the abductor. And when we're here, we breathe all the air out of our bellies. 5 breaths on me. Let's go. 5 in, 5 out. 4 in, and 4 out. 3 in, and 3 out. 2 in, and 2 out. 1 in, and 1 out. Slowly drag the foot back in. Try not to create too much friction so you can safely bring that knee to meet the other one. Hopefully after those 5 inhalations, 5 exhalations, the stretch sensation starts to dissipate. We learn to relax the body and calm down those little stretch receptors within the muscle. Little magic tricks that are going to help us create more range. Let's go opposite side now. Stick the leg out. Make sure that your arch is in line with your knee. And we're just rocking forwards and back. Checking in with the abductors. Letting them know that they need to get ready for some solid work. I'll change the angle a little bit so you can see me. Forward and back. Whenever you're ready, we are then going to shift the weight Over to our right, we drag that foot towards us and then lift. If you're burning it off the ground, that's okay. If you're feeling really strong, you can lift it high. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Drop it down, press the foot away. Square yourself up. Get a nice stretch sensation in the hip. Maybe a 7 out of 10 in terms of intensity. And then we use our breath to shut off those stretch receptors and create more range. Let's go, breathe all the air out of our belly. 5 in and 5 out. 4 in and 4 out. 3 in and 3 out. 2 in and 2 out. 1 in and 1 out. Beautiful work. Slowly pull that back in. And we'll sit in a nice heel toe together position. Take the pressure off the wrists. We've been on them for quite some time, so shake them out a bit. Whatever feels good. If you can maintain this kneeling position, wow, that's amazing. Having the ability for our heels to touch our glutes is fantastic. The folding of the legs, beautiful knee bend. It's good for the tightness in the quads. If not, you can sit cross-legged for this next one. We bring the arms out to the side. We then lift the elbows up. Wrists come up. Try to press them behind the ear by driving the elbow forward. Keeping the elbows in line with the shoulders. Down, down, down. Internal rotation. Drop them down by their side. It's harder than it looks, trust me. Your arms are going to feel a little bit heavy in a second. Do what you can. Your external rotation might not be great, but this is how we improve it. You can always get that, it's like, I can't stretch, I can't do things like that because I am not flexible. That's the whole point. That's why you do it, because if you were super flexible, you wouldn't need it. So let's keep it going. If you can't get the thumbs behind the ears, that's cool, just do what you can. Just nice, slow and controlled, slower than you want to go. The shoulders are going to love this. And we're not going to stop there. Keep it going. Remember, the softer you breathe, the longer the inhalations and exhalations, the more relaxed you can be when things are burning. Nice. One more for good luck. Let's go. If you're still with me, hold. You're really going to drive your elbows forward as far as you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to that internal rotation. Bring the arms out like you're holding a little bowl of soup in each arm. And then we rotate forward. So the thumbs are going to aim towards the back wall or wherever you are. And then the palms come up like they're holding that little bowl of soup. Just breathe. You've got this. I'm talking to you and I'm also talking to myself in this situation because it is burning the shoulders, but it's working those little subtle muscles that we depend on for stability and shoulder health. Press the arms away from the body and rotate, and then drop them down. Well done. We're not going to forget about the neck. So let's move in. We will then try to move our left ear to our left shoulder. Drop the elbows, drop the shoulders. Up again, opposite side. And this is all we're doing. Keeping the shoulders soft and then just moving ear to shoulder each side. Very simple, but very beneficial. Checking in with your range of motion. Keep it going, nice and easy. No forcing, just a little bit of effort. Left ear comes to left shoulder, the right hand comes out. Fingertips attempt to touch the mat. If they can't get that far, just hold them to the side. The idea is this shoulder drops. That helps us to drop the shoulder and increase the stretch sensation on the side of that neck. Play around with the position of your head, rotate it forward and down. I want you now to search for where you get the most intense stretch sensation in the neck. Is it towards, head towards the armpit, or is it a little bit higher? Find it wherever is the tightest for yourself. When you're there, we're going to hang out, breathe all the air out of your belly. 3 breaths on me. 3 in and 3 out. 2 in and 2 out. 1 in and 1 out. Beautiful work. Use your left hand to press the palm on the side of the temple and slowly move that head up that neutral position. Bring the hand back. And I want you now to check in with your rotation. How does it feel? Do you feel like you could turn the neck the whole way around like the Exorcist or an owl? Then you've done something right. It should loosen up this part of your neck. And then check compared to the other side. A little bit of tightness there. We're going to address that now. So, ear to shoulder, let's go. Hand comes out. To help depress the shoulder, you can bring it towards if it's too uncomfortable. Find what works for you. Settle into the stretch sensation. Tilt the head. Like you're going to sniff your own armpit. Or you're going to look up to the sky. Always really gently, really slowly with the neck stretches. Where does the tightness lie? Find what works for you, the most intense stretch sensation. We find it, we settle into it, the nervous system recognizes it, we breathe all the air out of our bellies. 3 breaths on me. 3 in and 3 out. 2 in and 2 out. 1 in and 1 out. Hand towards that right temple, press yourself back up and then remove that arm. Check in, how does it feel? A little bit looser, a little bit easier. Great stuff. One final move, feet together, left hand comes behind the body. We then use the right hand, the extension of our elbow, to push the right knee towards the mat. We're going to do this 5 times. There's 2, 3, 4, 5th and final rep. We're going to hold, breathe, relax, use your glutes, the muscles of the outer hip, to actually try and pull the knee towards the mat as well, not just using your hand, or a little bit of support. It's okay if that left knee pops up. We let go. Right hand then comes to the side of the mat. The left hand then presses the left leg down to the mat. I'm going to attempt to press it down to the mat anyway. Sometimes it won't budge. Remember, sensation is good, pain is bad. There's 3, 4, 5th and final rep, press it down. Use your glute to really pull it down. Soften the breath. And let it go. Back to a nice seated position. And well done. That is us for today. You did amazing. You've taken time out of your day to work on your strength and your flexibility. Keep up the good work. Start to do this every day and you'll start to see radical changes in your strength and your flexibility. Thank you so much. See you again soon.